Yes. Yes. Yes.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons, and they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons, which wasn't any surprise, because those two families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens. The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least two of them to escape. The third brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work. It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you,
felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long ride.
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him? But I have to admit, that boy had grit.
We'll get those suckers!
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this!
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track him to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course. So we kept an eye out for landmarks. It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color. Red as blood.
Hebat, live-nya black screen.
The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded.
Buatkan bang, nggak ada bang nih, kayak saya bang. Bisa-bisanya ya layarnya black screen ya bang ya. kacau ya. Baper rumah gitu.
Bury 'em in the swamp. Plant 'em where they stand.
Except for some son of bitches ahead of me wanted to do me harm. So I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
I'm ending you. That's it for you. Show yourself.
Tanda merah. Tanda merah.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet. But I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends. The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause. Point being, I was under serious attack.
Lama itu.
And my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
Iya.
But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view.
Spek PC apa mah?
PC Ryzen 7 bang, Ryzen 7 RAM 8 VGA nya bawaan bang, ATNA 3. Ada lagi ya. Sini kan. Ini gimana? Mungkin. Disuruh sendiri.
But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was. Steve? So I just started walking, and pretty soon, Steve? Steve!
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Tidur aja sih.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
There were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers.
Stop that, son of a bitch!
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet. But I did find a few of their cousins. In Kansas, breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what. But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
What are you gonna do? You gonna need a cannon! Yeah! Waste your bullets! Go ahead!
knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them. That's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps? Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high. And those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
Bang pakai RTX 4070 boleh main ngak game ini?
Boleh dong. Aman bang. Aman bang. 47 mau udah kenceng bang.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Oh, panas ya.
You can't hide from me.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
Brother, I'm gonna make you pay for that.
Game apa ini benar?
Game. Kalau juara.
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit.
Oh, ini temenmu.
But it turned out they had me.
Take him out! I'm sending you to hell!
Bukan temennya yang serius.
The Daltons had played me like a fiddle. Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in
Did
a
you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're
Well,
talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even
So
float.
anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God,
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. I was coughing up smoke and pretty damn pissed. I was done playing games with those boys. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in
Did
a
you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God,
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. It was time to settle this once and for all. To come at me one at a time. They were in this together. Two brothers side by side, determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
Gimana itu? Fokus ke satu ya? Apa harus kedua-duanya? biar berapa kali ya?
They got it wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later,
Mana?
he moved to California and sold real. My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told.
Jangan lupa ditetek. News, makan news.
It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Butch Cassidy, they were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Were you a part of that giant Pinkerton posse after the Wild Bunch?
No, boy. A circus like that would have slowed me down. Besides, I wanted Bryant all to myself. They blew the bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop. Well, I assumed the Wild Bunch was likely in the still intact part of the train high above. I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
Ringing from blowing up that bridge. What'd you say?
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them. From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route. I would need to get my ass out of there. I jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados. Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my fray.
Well, what about the passengers?
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day. mentioned before, I am not fond of heights. But I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death. Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway. So I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could. It was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back. I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a
You
hand.
mean like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
Dan positif.
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by my lonesome, as usual.
Aku sendirian nih.
Who the hell is that? Take cover! Retreat! Retreat! He's killing everybody! He'll kill us all! Run! Hell's the cover! I'm gonna cut you in two.
My guess is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they? Only a few stragglers were left, and I had to cut them down pronto if I was gonna stay on old Bob's trail. Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nose Curry.
Who was he?
The fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that.
Fokus 50% dah cukup bang.
Iya bener ya. Harus banyak bang fokusnya. Kacau bang. Terus 90% lebih, minimal 80% ya benar. Banget ya gerakannya.
The fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that.
Badannya juga nggak apa-apa sih, nggak usah ke matanya. Coba.
Game apa bang?
Kalau juara bang. Malah dua-duanya nih boy. Taruh. Udah itu loh, udah ngedodge ke samping. Bahkan dia kayaknya lurus. Baik gitu.
On that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America.
Game apa nih?
They ended up living down there for many.
Call of Juarez. Panggil saya Juarez. Call of Juarez itu berarti panggilannya Juarez itu ya. Apa Call of Juarez itu? Panggil saja Juarez.
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, because I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with him.
That Kid Curry's kind of crazy.
Nah, ini dia lagi nyeritain ke anak kecil.
Don't let him hear you saying that.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado.
Who's shooting?
Being outnumbered, I didn't bother with a warning shot. I just started taking those bastards down.
Ada yang naruh bom lagi di situ, ngelempar.
Old Bob wasn't among them, and neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts. Found one. A map with their bold plan clearly marked. This time they were fixing to blow up a train trestle. Property of the Union Pacific.
Kita harus ke Jakarta, katanya.
The plan clearly indicated how they were fixing to undermine several of the weakest wooden supports. Kid Curry was considered the wildest of the Wild Bunch. It was said that he fathered 85 bastard children, though some say it was only 5. Kid Curry had bragged to a whore how he was going to rob a train heading to the U.S. Mint in Denver. And that whore, Fat Sally, she told me. The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards. And I made it a point to remove any dynamite that I came across. A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
Don't you blow us up now. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
Did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off. It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks. Guess there's always desperate men willing to trade their lives for stolen treasure.
What happened next?
Well, having removed the first bundle of dynamite, I decided I might as well remove the other one. Once that was done, I figured I'd find my way from there.
Somebody finish this.
I'm ending you!
You calm down.
So, what happened then?
Had to remove more of that damn dynamite.
It must have been terrifying trying to make your way across.
I was sweating it a bit, but then I noticed a footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the rope.
So that was all the dynamite?
Funny you should mention that, darling. As actually, there was a fourth charge impeding my progress. Once I removed it, my path was pretty clear.
Selamat sore.
Selamat malam. Kalian ini memang
So I proceeded onward to realize that that way just wasn't gonna work. I needed an alternate path forward.
namanya menggalang. Wah, perkontenan legend. Aman deh.
Ker tumbang I.
Oh, kering. Jalan mana? Bisa timbang gitu.
Panas tiris terkuat.
Waduh. Wiremak bang, wiremak sok gerak capek.
A new follower.
Dia.
Luckily, I found a cave, and as I made my way back to the bridge, I saw something that concerned me. It was a long burning fuse, and it was moving fast as hell. I had to catch it. Of course, I had to tread carefully. Otherwise, I could, well, die.
Bilang loncat bang. Harusnya jangan loncat ya. Salah.
unfortunate.
Anjir.
The burning fuse was so damn quick, I had to run like the wind. I almost had it, but no. Thought I was gonna have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks. My heart was pounding like a sledgehammer.
Aku berlari layaknya. Dan ya tapi.
Get off the bridge! I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment. Whew. Of course, I was successful, or clearly I wouldn't be talking to you folks here today. Naturally, I removed the last dynamite charge. Well, it was a touching reunion. But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass as I was not a young man anymore.
Game ABG.
Game Call of Juara itu.
Ini game apaan?
Game Call of Juara itu.
Kill that SUV! Make him bleed! Send him to perdition!
Finally, I found those boys. Or more precisely, they found me.
Ketukar terus sama Nintendo Switch. Ya atas, ya atas, ya atas.
Ini game apaan, Bang?
Call of Juara bang. Tadinya ketembak terus Call of Juara bang. Harus kepencet semua ini. Lupa terus apa?
Think I don't see you.
Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened up on me with a goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this tunnel and pretty well shielded. Luckily, I had located some dynamite. I still, however, had my work cut out for me.
Gak malah saya tembak aja.
Eventually, I brought that tunnel down. And that's when I met Kid Curry himself. He had decided to stop pussyfooting around and deal with me personally.
Tembak-tembakan lagi. Kurang 60 gak bisa nembak coy.
A new follower.
Thank you bang. Udah ke samping. Sial.
Bapak pulang Pak, Dede lapar.
Bapak pulang. Iya deh. Bapak lagi minum. Soalnya bapak mau jadi cowboy terhebat. Tapi matian mulu ini. Tadi kurang itu kali ya, kurang cepat kali ya. Fokus sudah benar. Kita coba lagi. Cowboy benar. Harus cepat.
Fast as he was, I was just a bit faster. And as he lay wounded, I demanded to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Tambah dulu nih skillnya.
He shouted at me. Is that what this is about? Bob went with Butch and Sundance to South America. You ain't never finding him. Those were his last words.
Kacau. Akurasi jelek banget ya, sampai 46% aja.
So, Bob Bryant got away?
Get right, but still stylish and stable.
I confronted them as they were robbing a train. Bullets were flying at me from every which way. But I knew I'd have to fight my way forward if I was gonna find this Jim.
Wait a second. Now, how'd they stop this train in the first place?
Well, the James boys were experts at this.
Terlalu cepat kan.
They hopped a freight train having heard there was a big payroll in the express safe. So, I hopped the same train. The James Younger gang was decimated after that little fiasco they had in Northfield, Minnesota. So Jesse needed more men and took on the killer I was after, along with a host of others. I was hoping to find my man and put a bullet in his head. I must have swallowed 100 damn bugs before I reached
James
that.
Younger gang pulled the first train robbery west of the Mississippi.
Sounds like you hold them in high regard.
Everyone knows they were the most famous outlaw gang ever.
And you took them all on by your lonesome. Again. I'm finding this all a little hard to swallow, friend.
Well, maybe you need to wash it down with some whiskey. By the way, did I mention that that train was flying down those tracks like a bat out of hell?
Look, just ran out!
Facilities. Suddenly I have an urgent need to drain my one-eyed snake. Well, I've had more than a few drinks, and I've been sitting here for quite a spell.
Right through there. Let me show you. heard so much malarkey in my life.
You think he's bullshitting us?
You don't think he's Silas Greaves?
I think he's just some old drunk looking for some free liquor.
I don't know, Jack. I think I believe him. You don't think he met Jesse James?
Boy, you gotta be kidding me. That story makes no sense at all.
Jack.
I mean, you gotta be 2 bricks short of a load to believe that cock and bull story.
I don't agree.
Jack, lay off the
But
bar.
you seriously think that tired old man went toe-to-toe with Jesse James?
Well, that's better. Did I mention that this Jim was married to the infamous Belle Starr? Of course, I didn't learn that until later. Anyway, I made my way forward the best I could. Around the sides, over the roof. At some point, some sumbitch saw me and shouted out, "It's the damn Pinkertons!" It's the damn Pinkertons! Now, I never worked for that limey cocksucker, but I guess they assumed I was one of his assassins. Those evil bastards firebombed Jesse's mother's house and killed his stepbrother. It was definitely safer on the inside of the train. No wonder each and every asshole on that train wanted me dead.
Everybody's always mistaking you for somebody else, aren't they? Why is that, I wonder?
Don't rightly know, Jack. I'm just telling you how I remember.
I bet you are.
Shoot that stupid son of a bitch!
Game apa ini?
Belum juara itu bang.
Suara lu gada BG.
Kalau juara bang, ada nggak suara gua ada tuh? Ada gak bang suara saya bang? Apakah ada suaranya? Jelas nggak? Nggak ada sih bang. Tes.
Suaranya kayak brebek-brebek kayak lagi naik motor kena angin.
Oh, oke. Tadi pakai handsfree bang. Sorry ya. Ntar dulu, gue kecilin dulu volumenya. Anjir, sumpah, gue nembak udah kena loh. Sumpah. Gue dapet apa ammo ini ya rifle ya.
Logs and had to come up with a creative way to make my way forward. I wondered if I was ever going to find the front of that train. Or the bastard I was after. Right about there, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Yeah, seems like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. It was either a bullet or dynamite. Does it really matter, Jack? You're messing with the flow of the story here.
Nama gamenya Upbug.
Call of Duty.
looking for Jim and shooting any son of a bitch stupid enough to get in my way.
And that included Jesse James himself.
We sure were a lot of men determined to die that day.
Showdown with Jesse James?
Of course he didn't. Everybody knows that Jesse was killed by Bob Ford.
Yeah, Jesse went out like John Wesley Hardin. Coward shot him in the back of the head.
Guess it doesn't matter how far you run, does it, Ben? Your past always catches up with you.
Salah bro, salah bro.
Just wounded him bad enough to convince him to hang up his gun. I figured he was up front with a gun to the engineers. That bastard slipped
Away again. I'll tell you how I got him. But first, I need to whip my way.
After my showdown with Jesse, I continued to track his brother,
Finding that son of a bitch Jim. I followed those bastards into the high mountains as they were going to ground.
What mountains would that be?
Somewhere in the Ozarks, I believe. Perfect place to hide out from the authorities. In fact, before I could find them, some Indians fled the rest of the military found me first. They probably thought I was a cavalry scout. They don't want me telling the military where they were.
Indians?
Yeah, they could have been Cheyenne, but there was all sorts of renegades roaming the landscape. share of run-ins with the red man. Like that time. Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir. You did.
Ah, of course I did. In fact, I could still remember that old medicine man's words. Come to this place again. Let me ask you something, Ben. You ever think about death?
Mr. Greaves, are you all right?
Oh, death. Oh, death. Won't you spare me over till another year? What is this that I can't see? With ice cold hands taking hold of me. Oh, death. Oh,
Mama
death.
tuh kudu gerak belas
Won't
sih
you
dia.
spare me over till another year? Well, I am death, none can excel. I'll open the door.
Udah, udah.
What question is that?
Tinggal rancingan yang tentunya. Becak kena rancingan. Oke bang, bergabung. Selamat pagi semuanya. Sampai jumpa.